Hey, this is Al Williamson. I am the author and creator of Niche Rentals. I wanted to put together this little explainer video to let you know what Niche Rentals is all about. So it's called How to Reach Your Financial Freedom Without 100 Tenants and Toilets. Let's get into it. So here's the problem. Traditional landlords really aren't making that passive income they signed up for. It seems like expenses always come and take away that passive income. Either you're going to need an exterior paint job, these big ticket items, water heaters, something's going to go. You need to repair the sidewalk, a fence blows down, things like that. Just take your passive income. That's if you have a traditional mortgage on your place. If you don't have a mortgage, then you're doing pretty good. But providing housing services is a way to bring in quite a bit more passive income so that you can actually put some money aside to take care of your place and have some spending money. And that is what niche rental is all about, helping you bring in 2 to 5 times more income profit so that you can live like you were hoping to live. Now, back in 2015, after I had accomplished this goal of generating enough ancillary income, enough side income to pay my mortgage, I was reflecting about exactly what was the mechanism, how was I doing this? What is the 20% of that I could do to get the 80% return on my time? And I realized that I was really switching markets and then stacking cash flow profit centers on top of those markets. And once I realized that switching markets into from general Craigslist market to more specific markets and then into a niche market is really the way to go. And that's why I put together this course. Let me tell you my story. I started experimenting with a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment. It was one unit in my multifamily apartment building. And at the time, it was renting for $850 a month and about $200 of profit after all expenses and everything were paid. I was inspired by Nick Scadotti, aka Dr. Cashflow, about how he was renting rooms in his 3-bed, 2-bath houses, and he was able to generate 3 times the profit. So I decided that I was going to rent rooms to medical students that were on rotation. So that's what I did. I didn't do as good as Nick. I only came out 2.3 times more profitable, and I ended up with a net income of $470, which is not bad. I was doing pretty good until I realized that other people who had 2-bed, 1-bath apartments were able to get over $1,400 a month with Airbnb. So I had always wanted to experiment with Airbnb, and they had just came out with their business travel ready designation where you can just focus on business travelers. So I decided to give that a try. And I was able to make 3.3 times more profit than a traditional landlord, or $670. So that was great. But having multiple people stay per month was generating a lot of cleaning costs, and that was really digging into my profit. So I decided to optimize on monthly rentals. And when I did, traveling nurses started contacting me, and they stay for 3 months at a time, 90 days typically. So I would really only have to clean their place every 3 months. And that was great. That would help my expenses. So I started focusing on traveling nurses, and I was able to increase my profits by 5.3 times over the traditional landlord role. So you can see that with the exact same structure, the exact same rental, you have the potential to generate up to 5 times more if you just switch out of the traditional landlord role. Let me give you an example. This is Paul and Connie. They're in Kansas, Wakarusa, Kansas. And for years, they were doing something called horse motel. It's basically setting up a motel, basically a hotel for people who are traveling with horses. This would be professional um, rodeo people, people traveling with cattle, people um, racing horses, things like that. And they would have people stay every other week or so. They would come by, and they have been doing this for 10 years, and they knew all about this industry. But they heard me give a talk about Airbnb, and they purchased one of my courses, and I started working with them. I helped them get pictures. As you can see, Horse Motel, you don't need pictures. So I helped them get pictures, and then made them get professional pictures. And then we worked on our captions and all kinds of sales copy in their listing and just getting everything just right. And what happened when they went live with that ad, it was booked out for 30 days straight. And they contacted me and said, Al, we got this booking. What should we do? And we looked into it. And what we got is what we found was that that red star that represents where their ranch is in Kansas on that west side of Route 75. And what happened in 2015 is that Mars Chocolate built a factory just across the freeway. Now, all these corporate people, these quality assurance people, and different people from their factories were coming to town to check up on the factory. And they were able to discover Paul and Connie because they were now on Airbnb and had this worldwide exposure. So now the story is that instead of doing business just with people on horses, they can focus and niche down onto this factory and build a relationship directly with them and become a preferred housing provider just for Mars Chocolate. And that's the way you do. You find your opportunity and then you focus on it and grow your profits. So I have lots more stories. There's about 100 students I've been working with since I started doing this in 2015, coaching people on finding their niches. But I got to ask you, will you be my next success story? There's really right there. All you have to do is be willing to do something more profitable than traditional landlording, which happens to be the least profitable way to hold a rental property. And there's some hidden benefits if you're willing to step out. You can have a better maintained asset because you have extra money now, more money. So you can have some money for spending and you have some money for reserves and savings. So you don't have to choose between the two. And you can build up those reserve funds so that you have plenty of money to take care of when there's a roof leak or there's a water heater goes out, or just do the little maintenance things. There's plenty of money now. It makes you feel rich. And when you start doing niche rentals, when you start focusing on a specific group, more people want you. You become in demand and you're able to raise your rates. That's how it goes. It just becomes more lucrative. It actually compounds on itself. One more thing. This whole course comes with a money back guarantee, a 30-day money back guarantee. And it's an interactive course. So it's training and coaching. So we have to talk with each other. And in my guarantee, I say, if I don't get you up and going so that you can make a 200% increase in your profits, if you don't feel that, all you have to do is request your money back and I'll send it back. You don't have to explain it. So there's no way you can't win with this course. So it's only for a limited time. So go ahead and click the button and you'll enter your card information and you'll have instant access to the course and we can start working together. Okay, I'll see you on the other side.